Sorry. I have returned. Ah, beautiful. Go back up here. That's what I like to see. Here. Absolutely. All the things I'd like to see. Okay. Next we go to capture device. Configure it. Fix that. Not that back. Increase that. There. These are all great things. That's all to see. Oh. Okay. Gameplay. You know what? I'm gonna give you a feed screen. How's it going now? Okay, so this is gonna take a minute, which is no big deal. I'll be right back. I'm gonna hit the. I'm just gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. Ah. My Yoshi colored gamepad. Oops.
Protego!
Hello, hello, hello.
I suppose.
This should be interesting.
Wait a minute. Huh.
One moment. Watch this.
Ugh! What is this? Someone threw a dung bomb. Let's get out of here.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted. Oh well.
Right. What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters. And you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
I'm glad to be here. Ready for classes to start.
Good.
Wait a second. Is this Ravenclaw? Oh, this is the wrong character. I apologize. We started with a Hufflepuff. Load game. Yes. Exit the main menu, please. Our character is a Hufflepuff. Cedric Honor Crest. Here we go. I want to check the settings really quick for sound. Everything's up. Audio configuration. That's better. Let me stay. Beautifully, beautifully. Open the field guide. There we go. Professor Fig. Discovered something in the locket we found at Gringotts. Huh. It's like a hobbit's house. Oh, here we go. Take the old flue. The astronomy wing. Is this charms class?
I don't feel well. Why don't you go and see Nurse Blaney? Levioso!
that way. Not that way. It's this way.
Hello there. Perhaps you can
Hello
help
there.
me.
As if my schedule wasn't congested enough, the ministry is charged with arranging the rather inconvenient arrival of a new student at Hogwarts. Fifth year, if you can believe. Professor Weasley insists that we'll need an escort and a mentor to help them acclimatize before term begins. I have assigned the task to you. Please see Professor Weasley for details. Professor Phineas Nigellus Black, Headmaster. Hang on a second. Channel. There we go.
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver! Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls to...
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade? With Rookwood?
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me. And he would have, had Sirona and the patrons of the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Lumos. Levioso. Lumos. Reparo.
Just checking.
Reparo.
Might some kind soul help me?
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak. The girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstones? Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
Haven't you any friends at school?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Okay, wait. Or this way. Down. A flight of stairs, and then here. This is where we're going.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's...
Okay, wait. Map. What we want is quests. Professor Hackett's assignment 1. Let's go see him, shall we? This way. Strange person. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Wait. How do we do that?
I believe we have some matters to discuss.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
There we go. Hebridean Black Skeleton. Large dragon skeleton that hangs in the Defense Against Dark Arts classroom is allegedly a trophy taken by Professor Hackett after she single-handedly defeated one of the largest poaching rings in eastern Wales during the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. Yeah.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio. You know where to find me once you've finished.
Seems crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
What are you up to now?
How do you hide things from like witches and wizards that teach you how to do magic? Please. Crossed wands. Round 1. Take a look at that. On a map. And there's our way. Wait a minute. We take the flu. I don't think we have any flu open that way. So there's the Great Hall. Bell Tower. What's this? The South Wing. Oh, we can't take this one. Let's just go here.
Revelio.
Some students believe that a wish made over the well of 4 beasts, whether near the Thestral Griffin, Chimera, or Hippogriff, will come true for one who has gained the trust of any of the 4.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
Lucan Brattleby.
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Oh, yeah? We shall see, shan't we?
Protego!
Lumos.
Leviosa!
Is that all you've got? Fringo!
Leviosa! Accio! Protego! Leviosa! Accio!
Act like a winner.
Huh.
Pity more people can't watch the duels.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. And as a fully initiated member, you now have access to the official Crossed Wands training dummy. Very good way to master spell combinations. Come and see me, and I'll set it up. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Wands victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Okay, there we go. That's what I couldn't figure out was how to roll.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of Crossed Wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get to it.
Ready to get thrashed?
Apologies in advance.
Accio! Descendo! Leviosa!
Like a winner.
Accio!
Levioso!
Protego!
Leviosa.
Fringo!
I'm the one.
Levioso!
Stupid one. There goes my wager.
Leviosa! Lumo! Come on!
Leviosa!
Stupid one.
Leviosa!
You're better than that!
Accio!
Stupid one.
Far away now.
Accio! Leviosa!
Leviosa.
Stupid one.
Leviosa! Accio! Leviosa!
Leviosa.
Accio!
What's a duel?
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Oh, really? I think I'll return later. At a much later date. Not much, but at a later date. And I've got a few more spells up my sleeve, I should say. Aha! Before I get going, I really should.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Hang on.
Revelio.
That was something.
Why is he staring at the door?
You'll get it.
Look at it.
Next time, perhaps.
Oh. Well, there we go. There's a lock target function.
Excellent form. Good one.
Protego. Lumos.
That was something. Nicely done. I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Assignment's all finished.
All right.
be incredible. If you're sure.
I'll be tested too.
You already know the dates of every goblin rebellion that hasn't even happened yet.
Good to stay in top form.
Then I shall test you both at the same time.
That won't work.
What? Why?
Because we shall hear each other. Then we'll know the answers.
Oh, that is a point.
You're saying I need to take time to test each of you on the dates of goblin rebellions separately?
Yes. And if it involves warlocks, I shall need extra time.
What? Why?
I struggle to recall details regarding warlocks. Unless it's Barney's devil, then it's fine.
How utterly odd. It is a bit. I feel more confident knowing I'll be tested anyway. Who's Barnabas Deverell?
Wish I could see what Hogwarts looks like from up.
Rumor has it there's a secret path leading to Hogwarts.
Oi! Can you help me?
Hello? Were you calling me?
I was, yes. Thought perhaps a fellow Hufflepuff might have the perseverance to join me in a bit of an adventure. Following a treasure map, to be precise. Slight respite from battling the odd troll, I should think. Asked Poppy if she'd be interested as well, but couldn't drag her away from her puff skein. I found 2 maps lying about, both leading to locations around Hogwarts. Care to have a look at one?
Following a Hogwarts treasure map. Count me in.
Wonderful. Hogwarts fascinates me. You can keep whatever treasure lies at the end of your map. I'll be satisfied just knowing where it leads.
Where do you suggest I search first?
Based on a cursory review of your map, I'd suggest somewhere near Hecat's classroom.
Very well. I shall take a look if I can find the time.
Fair enough. Meet me back here if you find anything.
Huh?
Cleaning this week.
Why would Slytherin put his
Professor, do you have time to chat?
I always have time for my students. How may I help you?
I wondered if I might ask how long you've been teaching at Hogwarts.
Well, it's been what now? 7 swift years. Time does fly because we have fun. Essential in my opinion. An eager, positive, and confident mind is the most open to knowledge, I find.
Some of the professors may not agree with your approach.
Well, each of us has our own style, I suppose. Some in the teaching field believe that hard work and dedication are the only keys to success. But they forget what drives those things. If one cannot fathom why some would expend energy on gobstones, then one is blind to the enormous power of play.
And that's why you teach the way you do?
Precisely. I strive to be the sort of professor that I would have enjoyed in school. My experience was less cheerful.
Perhaps you wouldn't be who you are without that experience.
Had I received a more traditional education, well, enough about my student days. You are here now, and it would be a shame if you didn't enjoy it.
I'll do my best, Professor. Thank you for the advice.
You are most welcome. Try to have a bit of fun today. Huh?
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you and that you found success.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate, and keep your wand steady. Good work.
Incendio. Accio. Levioso. Incendio.
Getting it. Keep at it. Thank you.
Accio. Incendio.
Setting things ablaze is certainly traumatic.
Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Ah, a rhinoceros skeleton. I'm on the right track.
like he doesn't like you.
Balthazar loves me.
Revelio.
Oh, it's getting late. Okay.
Ah, there you are.
What was he doing on the floor?
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Heckard.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
I'll take that as a sign. I am going to save this and shut her down. So I am exhausted. Oh, pardon-moi. Peace out. I'll catch you all later. Have a good one.